Would you give me the name of the person appearing as your lien holder?
Denise and Brad Pardee.
Okay. So I do see their names, and is that correct?
Is what correct?
The fact that Denise and Brad are the lien holders on the title.
As of November 19th, I understand that that's what they were doing. But they didn't give me the title for like the first... It took them over a year.
Okay. And so in the meantime, over the course of that year, did you pay them off? Is that where we're going?
That's what I thought had happened somehow, that maybe they just decided to cancel it because they sent me the title after so long. The title was in the bank's name. It wasn't in their name at all. So I did, and I was told by the guy last week that they had a lien on it at the time that they sold me the car, which was September 1st, 2024 is when the contract started.
Okay, so is what I do see here, in addition to this title they provided you, I see a lien release from the lien holder. So that would allow us to release that lien from that bank. Okay, now let me just go back here and take a look here. Yes, and then, so the bank that they had a lien with provided them with a lien release.
Right.
So they must have paid off their loan in order to receive that lien release. And then on the back of that title they transferred to you, they put their names on as your lien holder.
Okay.
Okay, so everything would mesh up there. Everything would be in order there. But let me just go out here and take a look.
When did
Okay, so...
When were they
Go
released?
ahead.
When was the date of the release of their lien from the bank?
That was released, let me see here, images, oh, well, shoot, oh, it must have been a while back, because I don't see a lien holder there on the record. It was on the title, but not on the system anymore.
What does that mean?
It means that from the time you bought this in 2024 from them,
Yeah,
was that the deal?
I started making payments in September 2024, yes. But it remained licensed in their name for until November 19th, 2025.
Okay, so we had a system change in March this year.
Mm-hmm.
So the lien was more than likely removed prior to our update to our system. And that's why I'm not seeing the lien holder any longer out there. Their lien holder.
Okay. So it's not showing if there was still a lien on it September 2024?
Right.
Okay, because the guy that I talked to the other day, he said, "Did you ask him why they didn't send you the title?" I said, "I tried, but they didn't. They wouldn't answer me." And he goes, "I'll tell you why they didn't send you the title until now. It's because they still had a lien on it, and they hadn't paid it off, and they were supposed to have that title to you within 40 days." Whether
Right.
and they never did that. So when they did
see
send,
that.
yeah. So when they and then he said something about them backdating to I thought he said something about September 1st, 2024. Is it true that it said that on the back? Because I didn't look at the back.
Okay, let me take a look. So I see a lien release. So the previous lien holder, that release was dated April 2025.
Right.
Okay. The lien came up as being placed on there in 2015.
Right. Original.
Let me see. Okay, then let me go out here and take a look at the front of this title.
I thought maybe they had a lien out on it for an air conditioner loan that they got. But I don't know if that's a different bank, but it would show that, right?
Well, if they have to borrow money from the bank in order to do that for this vehicle, it could be that's why the lien was on there. But we're not going to know the specifics of that. That's between the owners and the bank. Is all we're going to see, or is all we're going to receive is paperwork from that bank saying, yep, we need to put a lien on the vehicle.
Okay.
We're not going to know the details. I see where you signed, well, let's see. I see the sellers put the date that they transferred ownership to you as, or maybe that was your handwriting, 9/1/2024.
No, that's their
9/1, so it must have been them. Okay. So they put 9/1/2024, and then you signed the title on 11/19/2025.
Yeah.
As the buyer. So that was just recently.
Yes, because they never sent it to me until the end of September. And when they did, I thought, oh, well, I guess I'm done with the car issue. And I stopped making payments, and they started demanding payments. And I was like, what are you talking about? And then they were mad that I didn't put the car title in their name yet. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I'm not even sure what's really going on here now at this point. And so I guess they said, well, yeah, we didn't know you had to put the title in your name, which is a lie, because they told our church group, they told our church group that they were going to put it in my name, so they knew. And they were selling a car to another lady at the time. They know how titles work. They were older than I am, and this is not, so they just sent it to me. And so, yeah, I did assume that, oh, I guess that's that. And they sent a paperwork for Liberty Bank, or whatever, on this Title IV 2025. And I was like, is that the real lien that was... Because the guy told me there was a lien on it when they sold it to me.
Yep. Yeah, and it was on the title. It shows on the title that you signed.
Well, what I mean is he said there was a lien from somewhere else on it back when they sold it to me. But I never did a title at the time until now.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. The title you signed that they transferred over to you and you signed shows that lien holder that they had on the title. But the paperwork also has a lien release from that bank
Right.
as part of your registration paperwork. So that's why I said, well, that all meshes. That all makes sense.
Okay.
Lien holder that they had shows on the title you signed, but it's accompanied by a lien release from that bank.
So, did they have a lien on it at the time that I started purchasing? That I made a contract with them from someone else?
It would appear so, but you didn't sign the title until November 19th.
Yeah.
So we're not going to know how far back you made that agreement with them.
Well, I have a contract, but they didn't do a contract up until November 7th, but it is because I drove the car for free for 6 months, and then I started making payments in September 2024, and then they were like, we need to do a contract, and I'm like, okay, no problem. November 7th, we made up the contract, and then they took their sweet time to send the title, and it created all sorts of confusion, and I'm not sure what's true and what's not anymore.
So were you driving? You must have been driving on their license plates then.
Yes, I was.
If you were able to drive, yeah,
Yes.
which is against the law.
Well, and then I also sent them money for them to renew the registration in their name. They didn't put it in my name until I did it myself when they sent everything. They told me they didn't know the judge is going to see that and be fine with it.
Oh, boy.
I'm confused. I'm being told they're going to come repossess my car. And I'm like, what?
Do you have proof of your payments to them?
Oh, yeah. I've got paperwork from them saying what my payments are behind on, and it's accurate. So, I mean, that's not off, but they're also going back and forth on stuff, and I'm confused because they added to the contract when they sent me a demand letter for payment, and the contract adds on $5 a day extra since October 10th in late fees, and that was never in our original contract. And then they also upped the annum, so they're breaking the contract, trying to add to it and threaten me and make me intimidated.
Sounds to me like you need to get an attorney.
I'm on full disability. I can't afford an attorney unless there's a free one, but
Yeah.
is it true? The guy told me that this would be rejected once it went before whoever. Is that accurate?
Boy, I don't know. I'm not an attorney myself.
Well, he said the date, because of the dates and stuff, it's not.
Right.
And
Right. I mean, you could certainly have someone take a look at that to determine.
well, and I also don't want to be wrong. I don't want to accuse somebody of something that they're not doing if there's a clerical error or something like that. But with other
Right.
stuff that's happened, I have to wonder what's really going on here. Because it looks like they title
Yeah.
jumped. It appears to me that they title jumped. Because they should have had that car in their name if they did not have a lien on it, which they said they did not. So I don't know if they're lying to me or if there's a clerical error in the system, because they said they haven't had a lien on it since 2022. And I don't know how to get that proof. I'm waiting for the bank to call, and because they're trying to find it. And
Yeah.
so I need, it's also weird.
Yeah. And, you know, it isn't unusual for somebody to pay off their bank, a lien holder, and not receive a lien release long after
Well,
the loan was paid off. I mean, the date on this application as to when that lien started was back in 2015.
Right.
And the bank is just signing on it on April 2025.
Exactly. That's why I don't understand why the date of their last payment isn't on there, because that's the most important date, right?
Well, no, not on this form, and that's what I'm trying to say is it's not unusual for somebody to have a lien holder showing on their title. They make their final payment to the bank, and years later, they're calling the bank saying, hey, I'm trying to sell this vehicle, but I'm told I got to get a lien release first. And then going back and forth with the bank just to send them a lien release. Or the bank could have sent them a lien release right away, but then they lost it, and then they sold the vehicle to you. And then they had to order a replacement release. So there's nothing unusual that I'm seeing here as far as the date on the lien release. But the fact that they put September 1st, 2024 as being the date of transfer, and then you not signing this until November 2025.
Yeah, they didn't send it to me until the end of September, towards the end of September.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, so, boy, yeah, I'd say they didn't exactly operate the way they should have them allowing you to drive that vehicle on their plates for 6 months.
A year.
Yeah, for a year. Yeah. They sold the vehicle to you. They should have removed their license plates, handed you the title, and told you to go license the vehicle.
Yeah, I know.
How much did you owe them for the sale of the vehicle?
It's a total of $5,000 plus the 11.
How's that?
It's a total of
$5,000.
Yeah, and then there's the interest, 11 or 10.
Okay.
The 10.75% interest, I guess.
Okay. And how much did you pay on it?
They're claiming one thing, I'm claiming another. I'm like, no, I drove the car for 6 months for free. And then I started making payments on it, but they're saying I drove it for 8 months for free, but it is 6 months for free, and I've been paying on it since September 1st, since September 2024.
Yeah.
And then we
So how much do you...
I don't remember
how
what
much is left. Yeah.
It's a lot. When you
Yeah.
So when they sent this, it just had me confused. Now I'm behind 2 payments.
Yeah.
But they're trying to add to the contract with outrageous fees.
Yeah.
They want what they want from me, they don't expect from themselves. And that really makes me mad. They're like, it's okay that we were late. We're going to pretend that it's all you. And they were so mad. Like, why haven't you done this yet? Excuse me? Like, should you be talking to me like that, considering when I'm finding out, like, you should have done this too a long time ago?
Right.
And they said they did not have a lien on it. So I don't know what's true. The guy the other day said they did. I mean...
Yeah, and like I said, there's nothing unusual that I'm seeing between the lien holder showing on the title, but then them having a lien release from that bank to go with the paperwork.
Is there paperwork that I
Yeah.
can turn in as a complaint, or is there anything that is red flags here? Because the guy said looks like he thought they looked like they were committing fraud.
Yeah. Like I said, we're not paid to be attorneys or anything like that here. And that's why when there's situations like this that come up on the phone, we're advised to have you, that it's a civil matter.
Right. No, I understand that. It's not a matter of any kind if there was never a lien on it, and I'm confused as to whether or not, if that was true what he said or not,
Yeah.
What lien did they have on it September 1st, 2024?
Right.
What?
Yeah. I mean, what I find alarming is the fact that they put a sale date of September 2024, and then you didn't sign until November 2025. You were making payments to them, but you were also driving around on their license plates.
Okay.
That's not right either.
Are they going to deny my title that I just did then?
According to this, let me see.
The guy said it was going to get rejected. I know that, but I just want to make sure.
Boy, let me see here. Let me get back to here, and we'll get back to here. Okay, the title is in progress.
Right.
Well, it's still in the office review at the county.
Oh.
So I don't know. That's a good question for the county.
Okay. So I should call the treasurer's office?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, what's going to happen is these folks are going to go on the title as the lien holder.
Right.
And again, there's nothing outside of the two dates when they say they transferred the vehicle to you and the date that you signed the title. I don't know if the county will find that alarming or not.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah. I would just be prepared if they're threatening to repossess the vehicle because you're behind two payments. I would get that situated.
They should have told me what the heck they were not releasing. Because, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I would say give the county a call, see what they say.
Okay.
And then you can go from there.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yes, you're welcome.
All right.
Have a good afternoon.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Insurance. Thank you for calling First Liberty. This is Jane.
Hi, Jane. I have a question. I need to look up this release of security, interest, or lien paperwork. Make sure it's legit.
Oh, okay. Could I get your name, please?
Dory Brunkhorst.
Okay. I'll have to get you over to a loan officer to help you out with that because I wouldn't be able to see if
Okay.
or not.
Oh, that's fine.
Could you spell your last name for me?
BRUNKHORST.
Okay, and your first name?
DORI.
1 second.